The mind-muscle connection. Is it fact or is it just bro science? Stick around and find out. Hello Warriors, Old Jack here with Grinder PT and Bodyweight Fitness. And to get weekly strategies, demonstrations, and challenges to help you to boost your fitness routines, hit like and subscribe, and thanks for joining me. So, what's up with this mind-muscle connection? Is it a fact or is it just bro science? It's not just bro science. Listen, muscles don't move on their own, okay? Muscles get messages from the brain via the nervous system. The nervous system is basically those wires that transmit those thoughts and those activities and those signals from the brain to the muscles. And then the muscles in turn say, hey, we got to do something with these messages that we got. So they perform based on what the messages are that the brain sends, and they respond back over those same wires and say, this is what's going on, this is what I'm feeling, this is what's happening. Based on the information the brain gets from the muscle, they send messages back, and that goes back and forth, and that is, in fact, the mind-muscle connection. A good example of this would be a stinger. Any of you warriors out there ever had a stinger from a combat sport? Basically, you get a pinched nerve in the neck or inflammation around it, which cuts off that signal between the brain and the muscles and back again. Now, of course, it's not totally cut or you wouldn't be able to move at all, but there are certain signals that are not functioning properly. So as a result, you could train that muscle as long as you want and as hard as you want, but it is not going to grow until that nerve heals. That's an example of part of that mind, or if you will, brain muscle connection. So the idea is, it's not just thinking about the muscle group that you're training. It's a little bit more than that. You have to intentionally focus on the muscle group that you're training. Think about the contraction as you're going through your repetitions. You need to activate the muscle throughout the repetition, both in the concentric and eccentric phases. That means when it's going down and when it's going up. So another good example would be demonstrating with a dumbbell. You've seen guys just hold a dumbbell and just flail away with it. There's no mind-muscle connection there. If I slow down my rep, focus on the activation of the muscle first. You can see my muscles activate. Focus on the concentric phase. Focus on the eccentric phase. And keep that mind-muscle connection going the whole time. I made a video called You're Doing Your Ab Crunches All Wrong, and you need to take a look at that video because that video is a prime example how to utilize the mind-muscle connection in conjunction with an ab exercise. So, how do we take advantage of this mind-muscle connection to boost our training success and get gains? Well, we need to educate and train that neuromuscular connection between the muscles and the brain back and forth. How do we do that? Number one, slow down the reps and focus on the muscles that are being exercised. Number two, pause for a moment at the top of each rep and at the height of each contraction. Number three, consciously activate the muscle from the start to the finish of each rep. It is through this concept of the mind-muscle connection that you will make gains in your workout. Now, get after it and hang tough. Old Jack out.